Okay, right. Singhji, listen to yesterday I explained you a small concept, that is history of C programming language. There is a popular high level programming language, its name is called BCPL. It was developed by Martin Richard. From language BCPL, a language B was developed. It was developed by Ken Thompson. Actually, BCPL and B2 are called typeless programming languages. Typeless means these two doesn't support any data types. In data, we can see some numbers, some symbols, some alphabets. In data, we have some types. But these two languages doesn't support the types. So these two are called typeless programming languages. Then there is a person called Dennis Ritchie. He developed a new programming language and named it as C, which support the data types. So it is called typed programming language. It is about the history. Typed programming language means it supports data types. What is C? C is a typed programming language, means it supports data types. It is a middle level programming language, means it can support low level features as well as high level features. Right. Now the next one is case sensitive programming language, means it will feel lowercase alphabet and uppercase alphabet both are different. Both are not equal. Small A and capital A both are different, not equal. Its feeling is called as case sensitive programming language. Structured programming language means your program will be divided into small pieces called functions. So it is a structured programming language. It was developed by Dennis Ritchie. C is a POP language. POP means procedure oriented programming language, means it will give more priority to procedure. It will give less priority to data objects. So it is called a POP, procedure oriented programming language. It is the sample way of writing the C program. First you need to write hash include stdio.h. Then you need to write main method. Inside these two curly brackets you have to write the solution. The first line is called as include statements. The total rest of the program is called as the main method. The code what you are going to write to solve the program, that is called processing statements. So in any program we need to write one include statement, we need to write one main method, we need to write the processing statement. Processing statements. What is include statement? You need to write include statement, means hash include stdio.h at the top of the program. So it is called the first line in any C program. It always begins with a hash symbol. Hash symbol. What is the use when you write this line of code? Means to build C applications we need so many tools. Those tools are already developed by Dennis Ritchie and kept in this header file. Before going to use, we need to include the content of this file into your program. Means it will copy the tools provided in this header file into your program. So it will copy the tools available in stdio.h into our program. It is called preprocessor directive. It has one more name. The second name is called preprocessor directive. Why it is called a preprocessor? Means it will execute at the time of compilation. Your program will be executed in two stages. First stage is called compilation. Second stage is called running. So first you write program in English, but computer cannot understand English. So we need to convert this English into machine language. Machine language. This process is called as compilation. This process is called as compilation. So the first line will be compiled, executed at the time of compilation. So it is executing before the main method. So it is called a preprocessor. It will execute at compile time. So it is called preprocessor. Who will compile the program? There is a special software. Its name is called compiler. So compiler will compile your program, means convert your program into machine understandable language. So this line will give direction to compiler. So it is called directive. It will give direction. So it is called directive. It was completed yesterday. The second part, it is main method. What is main method? Suppose in your project, you write 1 lakh lines of code. From that 1 lakh lines of code, you need to start your execution at some point. That point is called main. So your program always start execution from main method. So it is the first executable statement. It is the first executable statement. Your program always start from here only. So it is entry of our program. Entry of our program. It is very important. So it is core. Core means very important. It is very important. Somebody write 2 more main functions, but it's not possible. So you can write only one main method. So it cannot be duplicated. It cannot be duplicated. Duplicate main methods you cannot write. Duplicated. You have to write at least one main method in every program. You have to write at least one main method in every program. So we need to write the solution to the program. So you are going to define the body. It is called body. It is the main method. You are going to define, U means user. So it is called user defined function. It is a user defined function. User defined function. You can write main function in 6 models. It has 6 forms. First form is, you can write like main. It also works. Or you can write integer main also. It also works. You can write void main also. It also works, no problem. Fourth model, main of void. It also works. Integer main of void. It also works. Void main of void. It also works. You can use any model, no problem, right? 6 models we have, but any one you can have, you can use, no problem. It is called main method. Friends, note on this. Friends, we have 5 free demo classes. After completion of free demo classes, I will create a WhatsApp group to you. Through this WhatsApp group, I will send this material to you, no problem. Every day, you need not to note down. Up to 5 free demo classes, you need to note down. Please note down, my dear friends. Okay, good. If it is completed, now I will go to the next topic. See, my dear friends, the last part is processing statements. Processing statements means actually it is the solution to the program. For every problem, we will have a solution. That solution is called as processing statements. Solution means we need to write the solution in the form of statements. So it is a group of related statements. What these statements tells us, those that describe means explains, those that describes. First one, what to do to solve a problem. When to do. How to do. How can you solve the problem? When can you solve the problem? What you have to do to solve the problem. These three statements explained by some statements, those are called processing statements. It is simply called as solution. Those that describe following three things in order to solve a problem. If you want to solve a problem, you have to write code. That code should explain three things: what to do to solve a problem, when to do, how to do, right? So this is about the processing statements. Note down, my dear friends. Note it down, this one. Thank you, Srija, for your response. Okay, right. Now the next topic I am going to explain you what is the data types. The data types I will explain you using a table. Whenever you want to write a program, in that you have to type something. Suppose I want to type apple, I want to type mango. All these are nothing but a group of alphabets. Alphabets are nothing but A, B, C, D and so on. These are called alphabets. These alphabets are called characters in C language. While writing, you have to write char only. It is called serial number. It is called data type. Here I am going to explain you what is the size of each one. Size. It is example. Suppose I want to write a number 12, 125, 365. All these are called numbers 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. These are called integers. But we need to write just int. Int means a number. Between 0 and 1, we have so many numbers 0.1, 0.11, 2.35, 4.110. A number which is having decimal point, those numbers are called float. It is called float. The same numbers we can call it as double also. Fourth data type is double. Now you will get some confusion. Sir, what is float? What is double? You mentioned 0.1. It is float. Now you are saying 0.1. The same, it is double. Is it actually float or double? The small difference I will give you. How to identify float and double. Float result equal to 100 by 3. What is the result of 100 by 3? It is equal to 33.333 and so on you will get. Same double R equal to 100 by 3. 100 by 3 means same answer. 33.333 and so on. But when you mention float, it will maintain 6 precisions. Precisions means the digits after dot. Those are called precisions. It will have only 6 precisions. Whereas double, it will maintain the 10 precisions. If you want more than 6 precisions, then you go for double. If you want below 6 precisions, you go for float. That is the difference. So here note, float maintains 6 precisions, whereas double maintains 10 precisions. Example. Now got the difference? What is float and double? Now character. Both are having the decimal point. The character, size of the character, when you stored a alphabet in computer memory, it will occupy 1 byte of memory. 1 byte of memory. Byte means it is the unit of measurement. When you use float, int, it will take 4 bytes of memory. Float also occupies 8 bytes of memory. 4 bytes of memory. Double 8 bytes. Like that, it will take the memory. It is about the data types. Now come to the point. What is a data type? Actually, data type is a keyword. Keyword means these are the names already defined in computer. Some names already defined in computer, those are called keywords. These are called keywords. These are used to describe. Describe means explain. Type of data. What type of data you are using? Character type of data, integer type of data, float type of data, double type of data. That type we can write by using, we can describe by using data type. In C language, we have 4 types of data types. It supports 4 types of data types: char, int, float, double, like that. So, friends, note on this. Right after completion of writing, ping a message. Okay, right. Friends, next topic is variables. What is a variable? I will explain the concept in paintbrush. In computer, the data can be stored in memory. Memory. In general, we can save the money in bank like that. It is called memory. It is called bank. In bank also, we need to create an account. In that account, we can store the data. Suppose 5 customers are there. Then how many accounts will be there? 5 accounts will be there. In the same manner, if you want to store 3 values, you need to create 3 variables, means 3 containers. So, variable is a container. It is used to store the data. So, first point is, it is a container. What is the use of this? It is used to store the data. It is used to store the data. If you want to store the data, we have to create a variable. So I want to store the roll number 501, the student name Srija, the average marks 98.5 like that. So 501 I am storing here. Srija I am storing here. 98.5 I am storing here. What is 501? 501 is nothing but roll number. What is Srija? Srija is nothing but student name. 98.5 it is nothing but average marks. So every variable must have a name to identify, to use, to access. It should have a name. So every variable must be identified by a name. It must be identified by a name. In one variable, we can store only one value. Suppose you have 4 values, then you need to create 4 containers, means 4 variables. So it can store only one value. It can store only one value at a time. Why it is called variable means it allows to change its value. Change it. It means Samjit Singh, you asked what is varchar? No. In C language we don't have varchar, right? It is there in DBMS. SQL you can hear that word. So here we can understand only char, int, float, double. We are going to deal only with 4 types of data: character, or integer, or float, or double. That's it. It can allow to change its value. Change is nothing but variation. It allow to change its value. It allow to vary its value. It allow to vary. Vary means variation, means modification. Vary or modify. its value. So it is called variable. It is called variable. Variables it creates inside the memory. It creates inside the memory. It is about the variables. Now, how to create the variables? Create a variable. It is also called as declaration of variable. How to create a variable? We already see the diagram. Here I created 3 variables. Here what are the variables I created? Here I created one variable, its name is roll number. Here I created one more variable, its name is called C name, S name. Here we created one more variable, its name is called as average marks. Average marks. In roll number, you are storing 501. What is the type of data? 501. It is a number, so we need to mention integer here. Whenever you mention integer, what is the size of integer? Size of integer is 4 bytes. It will allot 4 bytes memory to this variable. Student name, it contains character, so mention character. Here we have multiple characters, so mention how many characters you are going to store. I am mentioning 100. Means character means 1 byte. 1 into 100, 100 bytes. So computer will allocate 100 bytes of memory to this. Here you can store up to 100 characters. Yeah, 98.5. It is called float. So you mentioned float here. Float means only 4 bytes. It will occupy 4 bytes of memory. So to create a variable, what is the type of data you are going to store? Data type you need to mention. What is the name you are going to give? Name also you need to mention. So how to create a variable? Variable can be created with the help of data type and name of variable. These 3 are called examples. Now how to write a code to create a variable? How to write it is called syntax. Syntax means how to write, how to use. First we need to mention the data type. First we need to mention data type. Then we need to mention the name of the variable. Variable name you need to mention. So it is the way of creating variables. It is the diagram. When you write these 3 lines of code, it was happened in computer memory. Friends, note on this. Right, my dear friends. If it is completed, you can leave from the class. Do you have any doubt in today's class? Sambit Singh, Trija, Swati?
Now, why semicolon is used always?
I will explain tomorrow, right?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sure. Okay, it is a topic I will explain tomorrow. No problem. Any other doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. Right, it's completed. If you want to leave, you can leave.
Thank you, sir. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Swati? Anything you want to talk? Thank you, Sija.
Thank you, sir. Thanks, everyone. Yeah,
Thank you,
I'm good.
ma'am.
I'm good.
Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Good night.
Good night.